Hey guys, this is Anthony Avina. This video is going to be uploaded to both my Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. This is unedited, no music, no intro or outro. I'll say if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, you can go to the links in the description below. If you're on Facebook, go to my About section, you can see it there, but that's not really the point of this video. This is a very rare rant video for me. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this election. If you guys are on YouTube, I'm going to put in the eye in the sky up here um, the video I made where I tell you who I'm voting for and why. But something interesting and frustrating happened to members of my family this week. Um, Me, my sister, and my mother are all disabled. Um, and we knew we were going to have a hard time getting to the polls on the actual election day. We weren't going to be able to stand in lines all day. Um, and I'm not sure where we left off, but um, yeah, my sister, mother, and I are all disabled, and we requested a mail-in ballot. Filled out our forms that we needed to fill out, and all three of us sent in the form we needed to send in to receive our mail-in ballot all at the same time. Went to the same location and put the form in the mail at the very same time. So, a day or two later, I got my mail-in ballot, but my mother and sister didn't. It's been 3 days since I got my mail-in ballot, and they still haven't gotten theirs. My mother went on the website today to check the status of their ballots, and come to find out that neither her nor my sister's ballot request was filled. It makes no sense logically with, you know, it makes no sense why that would happen because all our forms were sent in at the same time. They were all together. So all three of our requests should have been filled. Somehow, someone must have done something to their ballots or to their requests. I say this because there's been a lot of reports of voter suppression for people who are women, people who are disabled, and people of color in this country. I've read an article that a lot of this was happening in North Carolina right now. The area I live in is definitely very Republican, very much living in a Donald Trump land right now. I don't want to specify the city I live in. Um, I will say that I live in Southern California, but I live a couple hours away from LA. It's a very desert kind of town. Not very, um, you know, not very popular place to live. But this is where we have to live right now. Definitely very Republican. A lot of people out here are Republican. Definitely makes you feel a little isolated when you believe the things that I believe. Um, but for some reason, my mother and my sister's ballot requests were shredded up and they never received the request. So mine, which was sent in at the same exact time as theirs, was processed and sent to me no problem. I don't know if they didn't see on my ballot what party I was with, but I am very clearly a Democrat. I marked it on the ballot. So why they would see my mother and my sister's ballot and rip it up just because they're a woman, where my ballot clearly states that I'm a Democrat, is beyond me. I will not be voting for Donald Trump. I would never in a million years vote for Donald Trump, and I will never accept him as a serious political figure. He is not a political figure. He is a cartoon. He is a ridiculous human being, racist, misogynistic, just all around bad person. And I have no problem saying that because I am not a political figure. I have no need to be unbiased. I'm not running for anything. I'm just an indie author and I have my opinion, and I'm speaking it. I do not like Donald Trump, and I do not respect him. And I feel bad for the people who have been swayed by his words. Um, I just do not agree with people who decide to vote for him. But the difference is I respect people enough to make their own decisions. I would never in a million years consider trying to suppress people from making their voices heard. I would never in a million years consider ripping up people's ballots just because I want Hillary to win. Never. In fact, all the last couple weeks, Donald Trump's been spewing these lies that the election is rigged against him, and yet meanwhile, him and his supporters have been caught um, affecting the election by voter suppression and for people who have been trying to vote multiple times to get him elected. I mean, it's absolute chaos in this election. And it's embarrassing to associate with this country when this is the mentality that's going on so many places. I never thought that my family would be affected by this election the way it has. But I wholeheartedly believe that my mother and sister were discriminated against and someone was trying to prevent them from voting. We are going to try and get them to early voting station either tomorrow or Monday um, in hopes that we can get them in their vote heard. But we have to be careful because there's a lot of people who have made violent gestures in the name of Trump in the area that I live in, and we don't want them to be in danger. So I will be going with them to protect them, and hopefully they can go cast their votes. But I'm just so livid right now. I had to make this rant video. Sorry, it's not an upbeat kind of video. Um, my my only thing I want to say, besides how frustrated I am, and I want you guys to spread the word that this is an issue in the country right now, that voter suppression is happening. And my advice to you is make sure you're registered to vote. If you are registered to vote and you do early mail in ballots, check the status of your ballot to make sure it hasn't been tampered with. Because I never thought this would happen to my family. And if you do get your ballots, vote and make sure it's logged in correctly. And then if you're going to vote on election day, just be careful out on the polls. I see a lot of violent talk on the internet right now, and it's scary to think that that could happen. So, guys, just be safe. And thank you for listening to my rant video. I'm sorry the tone that this video is, and I'm sorry that this even has to be an issue. Um, but I'm very upset and frustrated to see my family affected this way. And to reiterate, several posts and videos I've made, I will not be voting for Donald Trump. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton. She is the most qualified person for this job, and I believe that our country can thrive under her. Under Trump, I think our country has the possibility of collapse. I mean, I'm reading articles today that they're investigating possible fraudulent emails made in Hillary's name that could be tied to Russian hackers. Again, it's scary to think that Russia is trying so hard to influence our election, and that Trump just refuses to accept the facts, that it's hard facts that Russia is behind some of these horrible hacks against our country. Um, so, no matter what your politics, this isn't really about Democrat or Republican anymore. Really listen to what each candidate says. Look at all the things that have come out against Trump and the things that have come out against Hillary. You'll find that the biggest concern that people have for Hillary, as far as scandal goes, is her emails, which I'm tired of hearing of, to be honest with you. And with Trump, there's just a whole list of things that he has said himself that is on tape and on video, recorded for people to see. That just prove just how ill qualified he is to be in any political race, let alone for our country. So please go out and vote. Make an educated decision. Really pay attention to the facts. Don't listen to unbiased opinions. Actually, go do your own research. My opinion is biased because I have my own opinion, but my opinion came from doing research and from looking at the facts myself. So I encourage you to do the same. Do what I did. Go look for the facts through unbiased websites, and really do the research. And then once you do the research, go out and vote. This election is super important. It literally could decide the fate of our country and our planet over the next few years, which is a scary thought. So please go out and vote. Thank you for listening to my rant, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but at some point soon with a new video. Make sure you guys go vote, please. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.